Yo, what's good everybody? I'm back with another video, and this one, by the title of the video, is a little different compared to all the other content that I make. Usually it's high edited content, a lot of shit's going down, and I kind of got like a storyline going with each video. This, since I'm a Washington Wizards fan, I kind of want to show you a little more of me and my personality. We're gonna go ahead and do a mock draft. The draft is today. I'm not here to promote any brand, but I am gonna shout out Fanspo because I've been looking to like really do this video, and I'm like, bro, where can I go online to just do a little mock draft? Now, what I'm doing in this mock draft, there's certain ways you can draft. I can draft based off what I think is gonna happen, which would be very different from what I think is going to happen tonight at the draft. So Cooper Flag goes number one. That's first and foremost. We're gonna go ahead and draft Cooper Flag. We take Cooper Flag here. Obviously, the Dallas Mavs get the number one pick. Somehow, some way, they win the lottery after getting rid of Luka Doncic, and they get another guy, freshman out of Duke. He's gonna hoop, man. Cooper Flag is the one of one in this draft, the Wemby, the Paolo. So that one's pretty easy to talk about. I mean, if they don't pick Cooper Flag, they're fucking up, but it's gonna happen. Let's move on to pick number two. So we all know at number two, the Spurs have that pick. After having back-to-back rookie of the years, they had Wembanyama win it. They had this dude Stephon Castle win it. They're gonna have another top two pick unless they trade back, but they have more picks. So the Spurs are in a really good spot. That's what I'm trying to say here. They're in a spot to compete next year. I do think in real life they might trade back, but at the same time, I guess you just take Dylan Harper. I'm not the Spurs, so I'm just going to go ahead and be safe and take Dylan Harper. I'm not going to make any trades. I do think they end up just going Dylan Harper. And if they do trade, I would like to see a team like the Wizards at 6 try and get up to 2. Maybe you give the Spurs 18, or maybe you give the Spurs pick 6. So you can jump up to 2. Number 3. Now this is super interesting. Ace Bailey does not want to play on the Sixers. They had a scheduled workout, and I don't even think he showed up, or he canceled it, or something like that. That was the report that I had read, and I'm reading a lot of more reports about him not even wanting to like go to Charlotte. Now Charlotte's different because they can go ahead and take Ace Bailey and kind of just say, hey, we're a young team, we want to take a shot in the dark with Ace Bailey, even though it's not even a shot in the dark. He has a lot of potential, and he is still a solid scorer. And I think in the NBA, he will be known as a scorer. He's a 6'10 forward. He can get to his mid-range shot. He can get to the 3-ball. He can finish at the rim. That's really what you need. And when you're drafting a player, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for good height, good specs. You're looking for if he could shoot. Shooting matters. We're going to talk about shooting a little later because there's a guy a little lower that I'm not too high on that I think the Wizards are going to end up taking. But like I said at the beginning, I think the Sixers are not going to take Ace Bailey. I think they're going to go VJ Edgecombe instead of Ace Bailey, because why would they take the guy that canceled their workout? If we're being all realistic and politicking for real, they're gonna take Edgecombe. VJ Edgecombe, he's one of those guys that's like actually an athlete, and he's gonna defend because he can beat you to your spot. He averaged 15, 3, and 5 on 44%. He's 6'5", 19 years old. I do think the Sixers are gonna be smart here and just go VJ Edgecombe. So right here at pick number 4, it's the Charlotte Hornets. We all know they're kind of a shit show. LaMelo Ball is always one of the players that's always hurt. He makes $35 million a year. They got Miles Bridges, Yusuf Nurkic, Grant Williams. They got Mark Williams. They got Brandon Miller. Some young guys, but also like the team just never does anything. The team is just never healthy. They never do anything. If I'm the Hornets, I go Ace Bailey. I go Ace Bailey at 4. I don't care if he didn't want to play here. To me, it's like, yo, we're 4th. We don't have the best future. We have to go upside with potential and stuff here. Now, yes, you can pick a guy like Trey Johnson, who, has a all-star potential. Ace Bailey does have that same all-star potential, but I think Trey Johnson is a little closer to what he knows he is. Ace Bailey still has a lot of room to just, work. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter, a lot of sources, a lot of people close to the Hornets, a lot of people close to this draft talking about Concanipple going 4th to the Hornets here. Concanipple is a 6'7 wing, or he could be a shooting guard. But to me, he's a wing. You're going to put him at the wing to defend. You're going to put him at the wing to make the right play. He knows when to cut. He's one of those guys, man. When you have a player that's ball dominant like LaMelo, when he is in the lineup, I think Concanipple can definitely help. You got LaMelo, then you got Brandon Miller, then you got Concanipple, and you can go Miles Bridges and Mark Williams. It's a crazy injury-prone team. I think Concanipple might be the guy there at 4. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to draft him at 4. I'm literally trying to predict what the NBA is going to do tonight at the draft. What I would do is give the Wizards Ace Bailey. That's who I want. Do I think he falls to 6? No. But here we are at the 5th pick, the Utah Jazz, man. Now, Utah, you can either help the Wizards by not drafting Ace Bailey and you draft Jeremiah Fierce. Now, I'm going to talk in depth here because Jeremiah Fierce is a 6'4" guard. His height, that's his height with shoes on since the NBA Combine. We're not going to sit here and say he's shorter because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying, oh, he's 6'2", 6'2". Bro, hey, he's 6'4" with shoes on, bro. He's good. 6'4" is not the worst height. He has really, really good handle. Jeremiah Fierce has probably the best handle. He looks really, really fast with the ball. He averaged 17, 4, and 4. He played at Oklahoma, so he played against the good competition. It's not like he played against bad players. The Jazz are looking at Jeremiah Fierce. The Wizards are looking at Jeremiah Fierce. The Wizards just traded Jordan Poole for CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and the 40th overall pick. That's a second round pick, if you don't know. If I'm the Jazz here, like I said with the Hornets, I'm going Ace Bailey. The only thing with Jeremiah Fierce is that he's not the best defender. He's not the best at navigating around the screen, playing defense. He's not the best three-point shooter. Like I said earlier, I was going to talk about a specific player who can't really shoot the three ball. You're a 6'4" guard. You're not 6'7". You're not 6'8". You're not always getting into the paint. You need to find a way to have a consistent three-point shot. The thing he's got going for him, though, he did play for Oklahoma. He made it to the NCAA March Madness tournament. So he was able to have games where, you know, it's against high leverage opponents. We're going back to Ace Bailey. He hasn't really had that. They didn't even make the March Madness tournament. So when you talk about Ace Bailey, it's a guy who's really raw. Jeremiah Fierce is a guy who's kind of established. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Jazz went to Trey Johnson route. He's a really, really, really good shooting guard. He might be able to rock the point. I just don't know what the Jazz are really trying to do. Like I said, I'm trying to predict what happens in real life in this video. I'm gonna go Jeremiah Fierce here at 5. With the 6th pick in the NBA draft. You know what we're doing, bro. If you thought we were getting to the 6th pick and Ace Bailey wasn't gonna be there, this is not the video for you, bro. I know this shit was supposed to be realistic, bro, but hey, bro. Ace Bailey, you are a wizard, bro. Now, guys, relax, bro. You might click off, you might be mad. I'm trying to be biased towards my team. Yo, I've seen a lot of mock drafts, Ace Bailey at 6. He came out and said the Wizards, the Pelicans, or the Nets are his preferred destination. The Wizards came first. That's all I saw. There was 3 teams. The Wizards came first. We're the first one in the draft to pick them besides the Jazz and the Hornets and the Sixers. If he can get past those 3 teams, which I do think there is a chance, he is a raw prospect. He's a guy you gotta kind of give time to a little bit, but he is a bucket. With this young Wizards team who just traded Poole, yes, we have some older veterans like Middleton, Smart, CJ McCollum, but on the other hand, we have Corey Kispert, who's young. We have Bilal, who's young. Bub Carrington, who's gonna take over the starting point guard role. Starting lineup would be Bub, Bilal. We can go Ace. Then we can go Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr. I love that lineup. Keyshawn George is another player, just like Bub Carrington. He had an amazing rookie season last year, and not a lot of people know him. Not a lot of people talk about him, and that's fine. It's the Wizards. You're gonna make fun of me, but let me just have this moment, please. I want Ace Bailey so bad. Pause. The Wizards coaching staff, the Wizards GM, they have been always trying to get this young team to continue to play together as a unit. So I believe if Ace Bailey is just introduced into the team and he's, you know, just one of those guys who can kind of catch and shoot and then create a little bit off of his own dribble, because the ball won't only be in his hands, we're going to have other people facilitating with the ball. I like the fit. I like the Ace Bailey fit with the Wizards. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even trying to say it because I'm a Wizards fan. So the Pelicans are picking 7th here. They've got, Trey Johnson right there. They've got Noah Asenge right there. I think they're going to go Trey Johnson. They just traded for Jordan Poole. They got CJ McCollum off the team. They're getting younger. They're trying to really build around Zion. I think Trey Johnson would be a really, really good fit on the Pelicans. They've got DeJounte Murray. They've got Jordan Poole. They've got Trey Murphy. They've got Herb Jones. They've got Zion Williamson. If they can get Trey Johnson here to come off the bench, and he already knows he can score, it's only going to help this Pelicans team stay consistent and actually try to win games. Right here at pick number 8, we got an interesting team. The Brooklyn Nets. I do think the Brooklyn Nets have a big possibility of trading up in this draft. They have 5 picks in this draft. 5 picks. I can see them being one of those teams to trade up, leapfrog the Wizards, and take Ace Bailey. Now that's me being genuine. Why would they not do it? They're a young team with Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton. They want to continue to build what they're trying to build with Cam Thomas. You know what I mean? Why not bring in Ace Bailey? In this draft, the Wizards have Ace Bailey. So We're going to go ahead and pick Noah Asenge. He's one of the youngest players in this draft out of France. I think the Nets could use a wing. I think he can be a really good fit on the Nets. Noah Asenge. That's just in this draft. In real life, I do really see them trading up. That might be a real threat. With the Raptors, they have the 9th pick in this draft. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes not making this pick for the Raptors because I'm trying to keep it a little realistic from the top to the bottom. If I'm the Raptors here, I pick Igor Demin. I do. He's a 6'9" point guard who can defend, play on-ball defense. He doesn't have the best, most consistent shot, but bro, he's a 6'9" point guard. You can bring that in with Scotty Barnes, with RJ Barrett, with Ingram, with Emmanuel Quickly. It would be nice. Do I see them doing that though? I really don't know, man. This is so tough. This is why people like that actually have to make these decisions are on hot seats, man. This shit ain't easy, bro. For the sake of this, I do think we're gonna go Igor Demin, even though I think another team could use him, but I do like this pick here. ESPN has him ranked 11. I'm taking him 2 spots early. Why wouldn't you if you're the Raptors? Here we go with number 10, the Suns. Who do the Suns pick? If I'm the Suns, I go Carter Bryant. Just looking at this list, Eric Queen or Carter Bryant. I know I might be sleep on the Duke Blue Devil, and he's fallen this far. I guess I might have to pick him here. The Suns could even go Yakushonis right here. I'm not gonna lie. They've got D-Book, they've got Jalen Green, they've got Bradley Beal. What do they do here? I need some help here, man. I think they're just gonna go Yakushonis. Maybe not, because they have so many guards and shooting guards. It's tough. It's really tough to say. I know I'm not 100%. There's no way this would be 100%, but this is just for research purposes at this point. So when I watch this draft tonight and I'm looking at my list, I don't know why I'm sitting where I'm sitting and why the GM's up there GM. But I'm cool with it. I'm just going to pick who I think they should be picking here. And for me, that's Carter Bryant. For me, that's Carter Bryant, bro. They got him ranked 12. You're taking him 2 spots early. I like Carter Bryant out of Arizona, 19 years old, 6'8", fucking small forward. You want that on your team. With the 11th pick, the Blazers are in a crazy spot. They just traded back for Drew Holiday. I'm just going to go ahead and pick Kaman Maluch, however you say it, because he's fallen so far in this draft. I don't know too much about him. Skip through that pick. We're going to go with the Bulls here at 12. They go with somebody like Derek Queen who can kind of handle the ball at the center position. He's 6'10", a little undersized, but that's not too bad. I'm going to go Derek Queen here, and this might be a bad pick. But at the same time, like, who else are you going to pick? I seen a lot of mocks of the Bulls picking Igor Demin. But then at that point, you're taking the ball out of Josh Giddey's hands. You're taking the ball out of Kobe White's hands. I don't know if I like that pick. I think Derek Queen might be the pick here for the Bulls. With the 13th pick, the Atlanta Hawks are here. And they did just trade yesterday for Kristaps Porzingis. All they did was give up Georges Niang for Porzingis. I know it's the Porzingis but you know what I mean. It's still Porzingis. He's not going to be the best player. I don't think he's really going to change too much on this team. With Trae Young, Clint Capella's going to walk in free agency. He's pretty old at this point. He's getting up there. They still got Karis LeVert. They got Onyeka Okongwu, who can, play the 5 off the bench, but he can't be the starter and play full minutes. But he's undersized. I think for what the Hawks do and the way Trae Young runs his offense, you have to go ahead and pick Colin Murray Boyles. He's one of those guys that is kind of like, I don't know, like a lob threat. He averaged 16 and 8, I think it was this year. Let me see what they say. Yeah, it was 17 and 8 this year on 58.6% shooting. He's a guy that can get into the paint. He's a guy that can finish through contact, and when he is posting up, he does like to kick it out. That is a good habit to have. Colin Murray Boyles, he's the guy here at Atlanta. I think that's a good pick for them. I'm going to go ahead and pick this dude out of France, Joan Berenger. They got Wemby out of France. I'm just going to put the ties there. OKC won the championship and has a first-round pick. Pick 15, smack in the middle of the draft. I got to go Yakushonis here. He fell. He was top 10 ranked. I think OKC would be that team. Sam Presti would be that GM to just take the best player available. And on this list, he's the best player available. On to the next pick. We got the Grizzlies here at 16. This was Orlando's 2025 first-round pick. Now, the Grizzlies are in a tough spot. They just got rid of Desmond Bane. They can pick up Will Riley, which would be a actually solid pick. Maybe they can put someone else in next to Jaren Jackson, like a Danny Wolf or a Thomas Sorber, that wouldn't be too bad either. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, you gotta go Will Riley. He's a 6'8 shooting guard, small forward. They just got rid of Desmond Bane. I know they have Jalen Wells. That's not gonna mess up any minutes here. It's not gonna mess up Jalen Wells' minutes. I think it just adds to the youngness of the team. They can continue to build with what they got. I think Will Riley's a good pick here. Number 17, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I've seen a lot of mock drafts with them getting Derek Queen. I don't think Derek Queen falls that far. I think Derek Queen is a good player. They can get somebody like Thomas Sorber, Danny Wolf. I know they need a backup big if Naz Reid is not going to be there. Yeah, I could see Thomas Sorber going here. I think Thomas Sorber can go to the Minnesota Timberwolves and have some good minutes, spark minutes off the bench. Here we go, 18th pick. The Wizards are back up again. This is our second first round pick. And if I'm here, man, there's Nick Clifford, there's Danny Wolf. Just so that way Sar doesn't have to be forced to play the 5 all game. Because Sar is really, he can hit the 3 ball. If I'm the Wizards, I got to pick a center here. And I know Nick Clifford is a good shooting guard, but we have a decent amount of shooting guards that need playing time. So I don't think that's a good pick. I think Danny Wolf would be the pick here. If I'm the Wizards, I go Danny Wolf. Speaking of Nick Clifford, I think right here, 19th at the Nets, I think he goes to the Nets no matter what. They have so many draft picks in this draft this year. They're going to end up with Nick Clifford. You can guarantee it. 19 points a game, 4 assists a game, and 10 rebounds. Dude, Nick Clifford is a monster. I actually do think he can go way higher than what I just did. If I was to do a whole nother draft, he'd be going higher. Here we go. We got the last 10 picks. We got the Miami Heat. They can even go a guy like Walter Clayton. I think Walter Clayton is a really good player who's down here at the bottom. In the Miami Heat, they always pick solid role players and solid guys who can come in and contribute off the rip. I think Walter Clayton is the guy for the Heat. I think they are. I think he is. That's a perfect fit to me. With pick 21, we're back to the Jazz. They have Minnesota's first round pick. This right here, I think we're going Liam McNeely for the Jazz. I don't want to take too much time on these back end picks. I'm not going to ever get it 100% right, nor do I know too much about these guys to even give you too much info. So I'm just going to kind of breeze through these last few. If I'm right here and I'm the Nets again with another pick, I got to go Rasheer Fleming. Rasheer Fleming is one of my, he seems like he's going to be good in the league. He's really athletic. He's really could shoot the 3 ball. So he's a stretch big, 6'9", pretty stocky. I think he's going to be the guy here for the Brooklyn Nets. I know they have Nick Claxton, but next to Nick Claxton, you can put Rasheer Fleming to space the floor out. Or you can take Claxton out, put Rasheer Fleming at the 5, and there you go. The Pelicans are here with the 23rd pick in the draft. This is their second selection. I think they're going to go Asanuo. You got to get a guy who can play behind Zion. You have to. Can you get a guy who can play and then fill in minutes for when Zion's hurt? Because you know what? We all know he's going to be hurt. 24th pick, the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is their second first round pick after winning the championship. Now, is there a chance they trade this and just don't select here? There's a big possibility. If they do pick, which I do have them picking, I'm not here to make trades. I'm not a real GM. I'm going to just go ahead and draft these players. I think you got to go Hugo if you're OKC. You can get another small forward, 6'6", who can possibly defend to come in and play some valuable minutes. I think the Orlando Magic go ahead and take Jace Richardson. We already know they made a deal to pick up Desmond Bane from the Grizzlies. They need some guard play. Can they go pick up Jace Richardson? I think that would actually be a perfect fit for them. Brooklyn Nets are back with another first round pick. Now at this point, I've lost track of what the fuck is going on with the Nets. We're going to take Ben Sarif. I don't know how you say it, but we're going to take him for the Brooklyn Nets. Hit or miss pick. Wow. The Brooklyn Nets have another pick. Dude, they own the whole back of the draft. Is that what's going on right now? This is insane. This is why I said earlier in the video, they are going to make a move to go get Ace Bailey. So this whole draft, if you didn't watch to this point and hear me say this, hey, I could call this shit. It could happen tonight. Today is the draft. I really like Noah Penda, though. I really like Noah Penda to the Nets here. Right here, the Boston Celtics have the 28th pick. We've got 3 more picks left. I think the Celtics go ahead and take Drake Powell here. He's a freshman out of North Carolina, 6'6", 200 pounds. He's ranked 31. We're taking him a few spots early, but that's what usually the Celtics do. They know how to draft correctly and pick the right guy at the right time. We have the Suns with the 29th pick, second to last pick in the first round. Let's see who they pick. They don't have Kevin Durant anymore. You can't mine the stuff on the right. It's not updated. If I'm the Suns, though, I'm going Maxime. You need a guy who is an actual center who can play good minutes. Man, the Suns have been in a bad spot, especially when it comes to center play. With the last pick in the first round, it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Let's see who they go ahead and pick. For the Clippers, I'm going to go ahead and pick Cedric Howard. He's going to be the last first round pick and the last pick for this video. I do think he's going to be able to play behind, James Harden, Norman Powell, Bogey. Here we go. This is the end of my 2025 Fanspo NBA mock draft. Now, it's going to look a little funny. It's not going to look the best, but yo, if the Wizards get Ace Bailey, bro, I'm going insane. I'm ordering a jersey right away. As soon as they release what number he is, I'm getting the jersey. If that happens. Hey, if you made it to the end of the video, you let me know, because that would be shocking to me. But this is pretty much all I got for you guys. I'm just going to scroll through so you can see who I picked again. I can see a bunch of these guys going higher. I can see a few of these guys going lower. If you guys did enjoy this video, it's something different. It won't be like this every day. Friday, I'll have another video for you guys where it's edited and shit like that. So I'll be back. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe. I'll be back Friday. I'm out. Peace.